Bro, man, I'm tired. Like, this game made me fall asleep, man. I'm not even gonna cap. I think I missed a part of the second period. That second period was terrible. Colorado Avalanche spent 13 minutes in the Habs zone in the second period. That's more than half the fucking period. Oh my god. Usually the zone you spend the more time in is the neutral zone. They spent 13 minutes in the Habs territory. That was pathetic. Pathetic. Good first period. Good first period. But the game overall, pathetic. And thank God the Avalanche did not have their big team on. Because it would have been the worst shit I've ever seen, bro. Bro, if they would have had McKinnon, Landeskog, all of their lineup, that shit would have been the worst thing I've ever seen in a long fucking time, man. That shit was terrible. And my snow is fucking glitched on my screen. So, yeah. Good night. Good night. Definitely a good night. Shit was really fun. Hey, all right. The snow is fixed. Let's go. So, yeah, that game sucked. And guess what? Rysovkovsky got benched again. Rysovkovsky got benched again. Rysovkovsky got benched again. You know, that shit is bad, man. I don't understand the decision of this coaching staff. What are they trying to do? Like, I was happy about the new Habs management. I wasn't feeling like I was getting scammed anymore because every time Marc Bergevin was making a press conference, I was feeling like I just left a refrigerator store or a car dealership, man. I was feeling like I was getting scammed every time I was listening to a Marc Bergevin press conference. Now I don't feel the same way with the management, but I feel that way when I listen to Martin Saint-Louis on Twitter every morning. I feel like I'm getting scammed. Yep. Sofkovsky gets benched again, and I want to remind you guys about something. The Canadians, when they drafted Sofkovsky, they said that they drafted him because of his ability of being a clutch player. Then why the hell is he always on the fucking bench at the end of the game? You drafted him instead of Shane Wright because of his ability to be a clutch player. And you're putting him on the bench. And when he's playing, you put him on the fourth line to try to learn him how to play defense. You had a guy that knows how to play defense that you could have drafted first overall. His name was Shane Wright. If you wanted a guy that's that good defensively, you should have drafted Shane Wright instead of drafting a guy that's a clutch player at the end of games, but you keep sitting on the bench at the end of games. And it's dumb because right now it's the time for him to learn and get better. And if they continue to put him on the bench, when they're going to be competitive again, Sofkovsky is still going to be learning, and they're going to be, he's not experienced. Of course he's not experienced. The occasion you had to make him get experience, the time you were shit, you were putting him on a bench. And in the last two games, in the third period, Sofkovsky has played 2 minutes, 50 seconds. And guess what? Yevgeny Dadonov, who had 5 turnovers in the five turnovers in the defensive zone, played 15 minutes. That's only 3 minutes behind Kirby Dach, Nick Suzuki, and Cole Caulfield. The Dvorak line was on the ice the entire third period. Am I crazy? Or Dadonov, Dvorak, and Hoffman were on the ice the entire third period. And every time they were on the ice, they were getting dominated by the line, by the lines of the Colorado Avalanche. That was terrible. And Dadonov have had 5 turnovers tonight. But guess who was on the bench? Uri Slavkovsky again and again. And I wouldn't be even surprised if he gets healthy scratched soon. This guy he should have been playing tonight against Team Canada with Team Slovakia, man. This guy would have been better off playing at the World Junior than sitting on a bench in fucking Denver, man. He played 12 minutes. He can't even play more than 12 minutes every night. It's either 12 or 9. 12 or 9. He's not even on the power play anymore. He's not on the ice when there's some occasions to score some goal. He's not playing with good players. He's never... Yeah, look, why did you draft that guy in the first place? You could have drafted any guys in the draft. And you decided to take on a guy that plays good offense, that can make some reason. Even his coach, I think it was Craig Ramsey, who said, if you're going to put Slafkovsky in a box, if you're going to put Slafkovsky on the fourth line, if you're going to bench him, you better not draft him, because he's not going to work well in that situation. The Canadians went, all right, he said that, perfect. We're going to draft him and do exactly what he said not to do. So yeah, Caulfield, Suzuki, Doc, they dominated. They weren't able to get some goals. They weren't able to get some points. Neither of them. The best player on that line tonight was Kirby Doc. Kirby Doc was amazing. He hit the post. He could have scored some goals. Yeah, Drouin was playing really good. He's better at the center position than at the wing position, in my opinion. He almost scored the OT winner. It would have been an amazing goal. He got tripped, in my opinion, on that play by the stick of Devin Tays, but the ref said no penalty, OT winner. Yeah, that was kind of like Drouin got tripped. He ended up in the corner, 2-on-1, and fucking Colorado scored. Anyways, the Habs did not deserve the game. Jake Allen kept them in the game, and I don't know what Jake Allen has against the Bell Center, but apparently he doesn't like to play at the Bell Center, man. Yeah, so Dadonov played 15 minutes. Dadonov is on the power play. Dadonov has 1 goal, 5 assists this season, 6 points. He is the leader in turnovers for the Canadians in the offense, in the forwards. And he's still getting minutes. He's still playing 15 minutes. He's still getting some occasions to show up, and he doesn't night after night after night without getting penalized. Never. So I don't get it. I really don't get it, man. The decision that coaching staff make are a bit weird. They removed Kirby Dach of the first power play to put Christian Dvorak. And they play Chris Weidman on that same first power play instead of Kaden Gooley. And I thought that this season was about developing. Like, they knew from the start of the season that they were in a rebuild trying to develop young guys, but they're playing the vets that have no future in this team and that are going to have no trade value whatsoever because they're playing shit anyways, instead of putting the young guys in the right situation at the right time. So I don't get it. So I think, in my opinion, the more I look at it, there's Kent Hughes and Jeff Gorton having the plan, and there's Martin St. Louis having another plan. Because the two things that they're doing does not add up at all. It does not add up. Denis Richard got his first goal. Yes, he got his first goal, but the rest of the game was terrible from him. Took a really, really bad penalty that ended up into Artturi Lehkonen scoring a goal. That was painful to watch. Artturi Lehkonen celebrating a goal with his classic celebration on another uniform, in another uniform, on another team. That was painful to watch. That was Espagne in English without the S at the start. That was painful to watch. Yeah, really rough game. I fell asleep in the second period. Yeah, I don't even know what to say, man. This is just ridiculous. I don't get it. I really don't get it. And I hope that Kent Hughes at some point will do something about it. Like, trade some guy, send some guy to Laval. I have no clue, man. But, like, come on. Like, that's just, like, I need Monahan to come back. Monahan, I don't know what you have. I don't know how long it will take. But please, come back. Come back, Sean. Come back. And is it too late to send Slafkovsky to the World Juniors? Because, yeah, there's no point keeping him on the bench like that. Send him to the World Junior. Have fun with Simon Nemec and Philip Mishra and all of his Slovakian friends. And if he goes, they're going to have a really, really good team, and they're going to be performing, and they might win the gold medal. And I know he went to the Olympics and to the world championship with man, but I still do think that going to that championship is a good experience, and that it helps the development. They decided not to send Kotkaniemi back then, and I was saying the same thing. And Kotkaniemi ended up being not good for the Canadiens. So yeah, they're reproducing what the other management was doing with Kotkaniemi, and I don't like it, man. I have a bad feeling about this. And the more I look at this, I just tell myself that if they were gonna do that with him, they would have, like, I think that Sofkovsky has better potential than Shane Wright. But I think that Shane Wright would have been a better fit to what they're doing right now. Like, Sofkovsky needed to be on a team that used him in the proper way right away. Like, I think the Devils would have been a better fit for Uri Sofkovsky. And I think that if he would have gotten drafted with the New Jersey Devils, he would be running the league for the Calder Trophy right now. And yeah, if they really wanted to do that with the prospect that they drafted, they should have drafted Shane Wright, and that's my opinion. So yeah, I do still think that Sofkovsky has better offensive potential than Shane Wright. But if they wanted a guy to play defense, if they wanted a guy that's not that's okay with getting benched, and if they wanted to develop a guy like in that way, they should have picked Shane Wright, and I think it would have been a better fit for them in the way they're doing things right now. So yeah, let me know what you guys all think about this in the comments below. It's been about Tropical Habs. I'll see y'all tomorrow for brand new videos. Have a nice rest of your day. Have a good night, and bye-bye.